Alright, what's up everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, and welcome back to Rust on Console. One of the most frequent questions that I keep being asked is, how do I get scrap? And how can I get it quickly and safely, more than anything else? That typically comes from a lot of the solo slash duo trio players. Now, when it comes to being in a large group, I'm sure it's much easier. But the information that I'm going to give you here, I'm sure it will be helpful no matter what type of player you are. So of course you can hit the barrels that are along the roads, that are at bandit camp, and just anywhere at all, right? You're going to get scrap, and you will get some components from that as well. And of course, you can recycle them. I recommend you recycle them at the safe zones. Again, bandit camp and outposts. But there's something else that you could do that I don't see very many people doing. So especially for right now, take advantage of it. And you will need a couple of things. Now, if you just want to strictly hit barrels, well, okay, that's fine. Just bring a rock or bring yourself some tools to break barrels with so that you can do it quickly and efficiently. And you're going to need some low-grade fuel. Now, you can get low-grade fuel from hitting red barrels, or of course you can kill the animals and combine animal fat with hemp, aka cloth, and make some there. Because you're going to come to the water and you're going to find a boat, and you're going to need the low-grade fuels to power the boat, and you're going to drive out into the water here. And you will see that there are these floating wooden planks, excuse me, that have a bunch of barrels on them, and you can go ahead and break them. Now that you're out in the water, you're pretty safe from anyone. If you see a big, large compound or anything of that sort along the shoreline, just get away from it. Drive to another location. The other thing you can do is if you find a diving suit. Even if you don't have the wetsuit, you will get quite cold and your health will start to go down, but you don't absolutely have to have it. But you will need the goggles, flippers, and the tank at least. But if you have the black wetsuit, even better. Because the other thing that you can do is while you are out in the water, look for these white little water bottles that you'll see floating. I'm pretty sure it's a water bottle, but you're going to see it here in the background in just a moment. Once you find one, quickly throw on your diving suit. Just put your regular gear in the storage unit in the boat, or just put it on your person if you still have extra room, and then you can go diving. And underneath these white little water bottles are sunken ships that have tons of crates on them. There are there's some military crates, I believe, as well. Pardon my voice, I'm so sorry. And there are plenty of smaller crates. Now, when you are underwater, you will have to hold down, if you're on PlayStation, the square button so that you can untie these boxes and crates. And I think it's X on Xbox off the top of my head here. Yes, it is. And then, yeah, once you have all of the crates from one ship floating upwards, you need to swim up right away and make sure that you loot all of them. Don't just leave them there. Now, if the little buoy doesn't go away after a second, it could mean that you missed a crate. So just make sure you double check in and around the boats that you're looting. But as you can see right here, there's the barrels, so you can go ahead and strictly just hit the barrels if you do not feel comfortable with diving under the water, or if you just simply don't have the equipment. There's one of the little white water bottles there just a second ago. And yeah, that's it. Now once you get all of the components, keep the stuff that you really need, unless it's early game and you don't really have any blueprints or anything that you need in particular, and go ahead and recycle whatever you don't need, and you'll get yourself tons of scrap. Honestly, this I found to be one of the safest and easiest ways to get scrap. There's the white water bottle. Here we are going under the water. And honestly, I have to give a little shout out to Jay and Marion, the two guys in the video here with me, because he said, I know you find scrap on your own, but come check this out, and I always knew that you could get a lot of scrap from doing this because of word of mouth. But once I finally went and did it, I have to say I highly recommend you start taking advantage of the water, the ocean that we have here, whatever it is, big lake. I think it's an ocean, right? Here in Rust. Correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless, this method works. Whether you're solo, whether you're in a little duo, trio team, or even in a clan, you know, there's a ton of ships that you can loot underwater. And again, there are plenty of barrels on those planks that you can hit if you don't feel comfortable going underneath the water. And then that's it. Be careful on your way back, of course, and if you have any of the pre-order skins and you're doing this at nighttime, do not equip them, even the bow and arrow, because they glow in the dark and they will give your position away. So don't have anything that glows on you, you know, if you have any of the pre-order skins, and have some fun. Once you get to the mainland, like I said, head to a safe area, aka outpost or bandit camp, and recycle whatever you don't need. One other thing you can do as a little bit of extra caution if your base is quite far is just set up a little small base near the coastline as like a drop box and move your things bit by bit. So there you have it, guys. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it or found it helpful. Consider subscribing for more Rust on console content. And lastly, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter @AfflictedGamer. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon in the next one.